Okay, it's the following day. Really started heading off. We left at around 7 o'clock this morning. We only have another 10 hours left until we're in Calais. The goal, fingers crossed, bite-sized pieces. We're going to try and make it back to England today. So I'm going to apologise in advance if there's not going to be that much filmage, because we were trying to get down there as quickly as possible. I need to put chain lube on the bike, and then we should be all ready and set to go, can't we? And then at the next fuel station we need to find somewhere to pump up our tyres. I think that is the plan. Ready, let's go. So I tried to be more energetic for this video, but I couldn't quite hack it. Today we're going to see if my dad and I on these two bikes can get down from Barcelona up to... It just isn't me. I don't know how people do it. It's completely beyond me, but maybe one day. But for now, this is my vibe. Remember when I said I wasn't going to film that much? Well, that's completely true. I think I filmed a lot on the road rather than any off the road, if that makes any sense. So why not recap this whole journey in its entirety? But where do we begin? Do we start from this moment backwards? Or do we start it from the very beginning? Okay, honestly, I don't think my brain can comprehend going from this moment backwards. So let's just start from the very beginning. Final countdown now. Less than 24 hours until... No, not there. Further back. Since I can remember, I've always been around 2 wheels. On the odd occasion, maybe even 3 wheels and 4 wheels. But what I'm trying to say is I've always been one to be an outdoor kid. I always wanted to be outside, enjoying myself, doing something fun, doing something that's a little bit risky and can result in a lot of injury. Because you see, ever since I was a little kid, I've always been around motorcycles. Like any other kid that's been around bikes, their parents have probably ridden bikes as well. And for me, my dad was in a motorcycle club, so I had no choice but to like motorcycles. And would I choose it any other way? Definitely not. We've always wanted to work on bikes together or do something around bikes. That is our biggest bond between each other, is around motorcycles. But the one thing that's always played on our minds, especially mine, is one thing that we never did or couldn't do, and that was a tour. Quite a lot of me growing up, we were away from each other doing different things. Like I was required to do other things like school and uni. My dad had to work so that I could actually still stay alive. So I completely get that, and we never were in the same country long enough or had bikes at the exact same time. Like he would be in the Philippines, I'll be here. We both had bikes, but how are we going to do a tour together if we don't fly to one another? So it was just a complete carousel of fuckery. And then I moved back to the UK. After waiting patiently for 6 months, I was able to do my full license at 24. And it was the perfect storm, because Dad had enough of work for a little while, I had enough of work for sure for a little while. We were both like, we're not going to have this opportunity again, and if we don't act on it, it's never going to happen. So we sat down, figured out a date, and it was set. So we've pulled up at the second service station. I don't know what it's called, but it's in France now. We're in France. We've done a few bit of mileage actually as well. Done 150 miles. We're now down to 8 hours and 37 minutes, Dad. So we've already done like 4 hours. Which is possible. It might be possible to do it in a day then. Oh, and the thing that's keeping us going for the whole duration of this whole trip for the past 2 weeks is monsters at every service station. I'm going to be monstered out by the time I get back home, which is hopefully today. Okay, next plan. Oh, I also didn't have the GoPro on the whole time, so I've just put it on now, and I wish I had it on earlier, because we're going through the mountains and it was like sea on the right, mountain on the left, and then just fog that we just went through, wasn't it? So clouds, but yeah, amazing. It was fogging my visor up, but I don't care, it was good. So now I've got it on my helmet. Hopefully I can actually capture some stuff for you guys. Yeah, let's go. My short little legs. See you guys later. Bye. Safe journey. Oh, hello. That was close. Thank you. The guy nearly reversed into me. You see that? We've already done over 200 miles. now, updating everyone. I didn't realise the fuel light was on again because of the sunlight, and I'm not sure how many miles I've got left, so hopefully we can make it to a petrol station. Come on, petrol station, where are you? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What do you hear? I'm popping and banging. I think she's really running low. Watching and watching and watching. Oh my god. Okay. Phew. Made it. Well done. Fist bump. There you go. Oh. Time to fuel up. Dad's Senna just died. We charged it last night, but I think it's because we just ran it on Bluetooth the whole time. It's just completely dead. Mine's nearly on the way out. So we're going to have no comms for the next, I don't know how many hours. Try and figure out a way to charge it on the go. I think you can charge it on the go. For me, I'm going to have to take it off and then charge it somehow, possibly. That's the only way we can do it. But yeah, there's that as well. Is there something else I can say? Wish us luck.
The adventure continues.
The adventure continues. Now the vibes were definitely questionable at this point, as you can tell, from the sore bum to running out of fuel to not having any way of communicating to the old man. But it was at the next stop that something reminded me of why I love this trip so much. Lovely lady on the inside. We're at the service station, just got some petrol. Another fill up again. I got a couple of coffees. I must look that shattered that she asked me if I wanted food. I said no, I'm okay, thank you. When the coffees were done, she did give us food as well for free. She gave us 2 pain au chocolats, and that's my favourite, like my all-time favourite. Like, I can't lie, it's just my favourite. One for me, one for Dad. Brilliant.
60 years old.
Not long now, I say that. There's still 4.5 hours left. Oh, only. Sorry, let's say only. There's only 4.5 hours left. It's the little things that I'll remember the most from this trip. From the people like Iñaki for making us food in the middle of the night, to Pablo fixing my front tyre without stiffing me on the price and doing it really quickly, to the absurd amount of ham and cheese baguettes that we consumed. But no, seriously, it was a mix of developing new memories as well as reawakening some old ones. Where's that one? And it was at Moraira where I felt the most complete. Like I found the elusive missing piece of the puzzle. There it is. Trapped underneath a table leg. The piece you didn't even realise you were missing until it fitted perfectly into its spot. Its home. My home.
Golden days drifting far away. Light is leaving town.
That just looks so
Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while.
The sun is now setting in the distance. Not quite yet, but in a couple of hours it shall be dark. But we are just chilling.
A little longer while I hold your time will wait. So rest your head upon my shoulder, nothing in our head. It's colder, but the day's not over yet.
Embark.
Oh no.
Sorted. We've got 3 hours left of the journey. As you can tell, it's gotten darker. We've got the high-vis jackets out from Vice once again to save the day, so we can be fluorescent in the night. Living our Tron Legacy dreams, I guess. And we'll see how we go after an hour. And once we're 2 hours out, and that's what we normally do, we pull over, see whether we can either do it or we book a hotel. But I did say from Barcelona to Calais, we were trying to see if we can actually go from Barcelona to the UK. Don't know yet, we're not done yet. We never know, might get a third wind with everything. Okay, I think we might be calling it for tonight. So close, but there's no point pushing it if we're not in the right state. Dad's getting a bit tired. The bike's running really hot. It's been going on for like 12 hours today, non-stop, so it's fair enough. But one thing I want to do, say, at this stop, right, you open this door, right, you go into the toilets in France, and I got a radio playing. It was playing a banger earlier. I'm in the bathroom right now. But here. Isn't that crazy that they've got music playing in there? That's so crazy. Oh, right. So, planage. Book a hotel. Possibly. Or just sleep on the floor here. This is a campsite. The concrete looks very comfy. And I'm glad we didn't. We arrived at the hotel, or in other words, an old couple's house, where tensions were high as the lady, let's say, had some assumptions. Saying things like, "You and your friend are upstairs." Dad quickly replied with, "This is my son." To which our hosts let out a huge sigh of relief. Dad said we wanted to leave at 6 AM and asked if that was okay. The man said, "Are you sure?" With confidence, my dad said yes. It was not until the following morning we found out why he asked if we were sure. Note to yourself, don't listen to Dad when he says let's leave at 6 AM in the morning, because it's freaking cold and it's foggy as shit. For the first part of our journey, we covered a whopping distance of 10 miles before sitting at a petrol station till the sun came up, and even then it was still cold and wet. As you can see, I'm getting wet from the fog. My legs are drenched. Your legs drenched? Your legs are drenched. It's horrible. Chicken nut bread. The fog is definitely not a friendly. But with a train to catch, we had to push on. And honestly, for the rest of the trip, I thought it was just going to be like this, because it just kept going on and on and on until the sun finally made an appearance. We pulled over at our last service station to whip off our Larry waterproofs, have a little stretch and a chat before heading off again. This is when the shit could happen, you know. Calais, we're on the way. These last few miles made me realise something that I hadn't really talked about much, which I probably should. The fact that I'm sharing this journey with someone, and that someone being my dad. I don't think I could have done this without him. Actually, I know I couldn't. He even told me all of his outlandish stories. Like, there's this one time... Yeah, I think that's smart. Alright, I love you. I'm really lucky to have him as my dad. We're back. We're here. Oh, it's sunny.